Hey, 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 welcome back to another Reality Skewed Gamers lunch stream. I'm Ranger J1999, your host and one of the RSG crew members. Glad to have everybody here. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It's Tuesday, it's the middle of the week. It is what it is. But that's why we do the lunch stream to bring you guys something fun to listen to for the next hour or so, just to bring you something to listen to while you're eating your lunch, wherever you may be, whether you're listening to us live or you're listening to us later. Glad to have you here. If you're new to the lunch stream, this is where we just hang out with you folks, and we'll do a roster review. We'll answer your questions, and we'll just let madness ensue because that's pretty much what happens all the time. So let's introduce the crew, and then we'll get through everything and start the show off right. Joining me always, he's always here. You can't get rid of him ever, ever, never, ever, ever. Is Dr. Finn, medicine woman, the troll extraordinaire.
The maple bacon chicken sandwich from Wendy's is delicious.
Okay. So, Finn, out of 5 stars, what would you give it?
They put it on a croissant instead of a normal brioche bun, so I have to give it a 5.
Okay, so Finn gives it a 5 out of 5 rating. Very nice. Someone who's not eating crap is Xylo Takedown, who's here.
Oop,
Yeah, it helps.
I
if you
was on
talk.
mute.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? What's going on?
Glad to have you here. Also joining us is Grim the Mechanic.
If your sandwich is missing something, you add bacon to it. If your sandwich is perfect, you add bacon to it.
All right, so we have an Arby's commercial and a Wendy's commercial shout out so far. Awesome, and they're not even paying us. All right. If you guys have questions, go ahead and put those in. Dr. Finn will scoop them up, but we need to get them in soon because we got to stop the show a little bit early today because Dr. Finn got to leave a little early. So get your questions in now.
Well, you don't have to.
I don't want to dig around Nightbot, Finn. It sucks when I have to do everything. All right, I'll do it.
I'll put the questions in Skype chat so
Okay,
Grim can read them.
Yeah, there we go. That's right. Make Grim.
So Grim, you have a task assigned now.
Yeah, Grim. You can't just hang out and just do nothing.
You can't just
Can I
be
plead
sick and
the
hang
fifth?
around here.
Plead the fifth for what? What did you do? Something you shouldn't have?
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I plead the fifth.
Finn, stop it. All right. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up on the video. If you haven't stop what you're doing right now, give us a thumbs up on that video. That helps get our content out to the YouTube world. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. We do a lot of live streaming, and the best way to know about when we are streaming is to be subscribed. You can hit that bell, get that notification. That's what it's all about. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, while we're live, we've got the super chat function, which you're more than welcome to donate any amount to. Also, if you'd like to support us through YouTube, $4.99 a month. It's VIP access and gives you sponsorship. Helps us with what we're doing. If you'd like to become a Patreon sponsor, we have a Patreon account set up. We have different levels of Patreon and all kinds of goodies for you guys if you become a Patreon, no matter what level. So that's all the mechanisms knocked out. We have a roster review today, Finn, don't we? And today we have Talon Cod, or Cardia, as Grande would say. Talon Card. And they are in Dark Rogue Squadron, so not a Dark Lord.
Actually, you're incorrect.
Damn it!
It is one of the Dark Lords Guild. In fact, his handle on Discord is DL Talon.
Damn it!
He fooled you.
Where's Grande? Bastard.
We're gonna need to go on strike here soon. Be like, oh, if Grande's not here,
if he's not doing, if he can't even, I'm so busy because I'm such a big deal. Well, you know what? If you're such a big deal, then
he's such a big deal. He can get us to do the roster reviews for him.
I guess. I'm just throwing that out there. Oh, God. All right, so I had to check my stuff here, but we are doing Talon's roster review. Why is chat not working for me? Give me a second. I like to keep track of chat, and there we go. All right. So what is Talon looking for today?
So he is looking for a general assessment and kind of a long-term farming focus, and he would appreciate a review of his arena team. He's running Revan, but having a hard time beating mirror matches.
That's because you're mods. There's nothing wrong with your character level, but this is a mod thing.
Well, we can take a look at his mods and see.
Yeah.
So you want to start with arena, or?
Well, yeah. If you want to look at his mods for arena, yeah. You said a general review, so if you want to start that, I'm going to start flipping over to just his characters in general and looking at stuff. But if you want to start breaking down that, I'll start breaking.
I mean, looking at his overall mods and everything, he looks like he has his fastest speed set on Revan. He's done a good job with that. After that, though, I can see that he has like mods on R2, on Pow, on Greedo, on Nihilus. After your speed on Revan, which is definitely good that you have it on there, you don't have a lot of your better speeds on your arena team, and so it's possible that you have other reasons why. He has a Jolie that is heavy on protection, so he has a 36k, 53k protection, or 56k health, 53k. What numbers am I saying? 36k health and 53k protection. He has on Jolie. So he has a pretty tanky, healthy Jolie Bindo. Tenacity is 46%. So that should be... He doesn't have the primary. He has a primary of protection on his cross.
That's
so
fine.
That may be... Yeah, that's fine. Maybe one thing to potentially look at depending on what your issue is. His Bastila has a speed set, but in looking at his other mods, it is not your best speed set.
Grandmaster Yoda's the second. Yes, Grandmaster Yoda's got to be your second fastest little butt munch going.
Well, or you could go slower and really heavy on offense, and that's what he kind of went.
Yeah, I went both. I went offense and crit chance, and did as fast as I could make little Hermione. Because he's going to get the speed boost from Revan, right? 30, so add 30 to his speed. So
yeah. I think speed is important, but I think he also, like, for example, he's running an offense triangle instead of a crit damage. I would put the crit damage on there. The triangle does end up better with the crit damage over the offense. If you want to go offense set like you have, that's fine. Your good thing is that your triangle is not matching your 4-piece. And the other thing I'm noticing with your modding is that you are very much trying to force your 2-piece bonus. I'm looking at all of your sets, and you have the 4-piece and a 2-piece. You don't have to match the 2-piece. You can if you're able to, but I would definitely work more towards getting your mods more based on the stats than the set, because the set doesn't provide as much for you. So I think you just have to kind of refocus your mods a little bit on your characters outside of your Revan.
Yeah, I even went offense on my triangle because I didn't have an offensive set available, so my triangle has offense on it, but that's because, well, I don't have an offensive triangle and stuff, so I have to do a little bit more remodeling on mine, but just for the sheer fact that I wanted offense on Grandmaster Yoda. So, but yeah.
The other thing is he may have changed his team recently. Trying to see, because... Okay, so I think this may be his defense team that we're seeing, because he typically runs Revan, Grandmaster Yoda, Jolie, Bastila, and Ezra. So instead of Kenobi, he runs Ezra, which is fine. Your Kenobi is, I was gonna say, he's modded kind of weirdly, but that's probably because you're using more Ezra than anything else. So if we're looking at his Ezra to see how his mods are. Ezra has critical damage, but he also put in... Oh, you don't even have a 4-piece on him. You need to remod Ezra. Even if you had an offense set, I mean, that would be fine. I would still go with crit chance or crit damage on Ezra, because he is going to get buffs and stuff from everything, whether it's Revan or whether it's from Bastila, whether it's Grandmaster Yoda distributing Bastila. I mean, there's a lot of different ways, but he's going to get that crit chance up. And so I would change your Ezra to at least get a 4-piece bonus of either offense or crit damage. You're definitely missing the 4-piece on Ezra. So that's also going to be a problem for you as you're looking at the mods. So...
Okay.
Yeah, I think Ranger's right. I think it's mainly just a modding issue. You have all the characters, you have their gear, so you're in very good shape with regards to being able to pivot and fill out those squads. But really, it is just the matter of focusing your mods a little bit more. Crit damage, triangle. Don't worry about the 2-piece. You worry about the 4-piece. If you can get 2-piece, great. If you can't, no worries. You're looking more for the stats on it. You want your Grandmaster Yoda to have as much special offense as possible. You're almost at 6,000 special damage, so your Grandmaster Yoda is getting very high. You're going to lose a little bit by switching the triangle from offense to crit damage, but that's going to give you that extra burst in order to do damage. And yeah, I think those would be the main things that you want to kind of reconsider with regards to your setup. And then just remod like your Bastila to be faster, for example. You have speed mods on her, but it's not your second best speed sets. So you want to replace Bastila. If you want to force a potency set, that's fine too. But you have better mods than what you're currently running on Bastila.
All right.
So I think that covers your arena team. And if you need any like particulars about your arena team and looking at the mods and stuff, just let me know. So
I mean, his roster overall looks fantastic. I can't really. I'm going through. I'm like, I mean, Bounty Hunters look great. Maybe take one more to gear 11. You can round those out if you feel like it. I mean, I'm just going down the line. First Order. I mean, he has 43 gear 12. Yeah, First Order looks great. Maybe work on First Order Stormtrooper if you're inclined to just in gear. He's a great piece to add to your First Order team. With the Zeta, he's makes that team rock and roll because you've already got the 2 on Kylo Ren. Maybe you want to finish Kylo Ren Masked, OG Kylo, possible. I mean, this is just.
Yeah, this is a late game roster. So one, finish off your Wampa. Your Wampa is 6 stars, so that's definitely one thing you want to finish. The other stuff like First Order Stormtrooper, definitely one you want to finish, gear wise. Another one you want to finish maybe star wise is Aura Singh. That way you can get some increased damage in the Sith raid. If you want to focus that, since you already have Revan. You also may want to focus on Haldo. Haldo is good with the resistance. You also need work on your resistance too. You have a Zeta on Finn's lead, but Finn and Poe are both low gear. So building out that team, getting some speed mods on Poe will give you another potential offensive set in Territory Wars. Haldo is good on that team, and she may end up getting a capital ship. We don't know, so it's a little speculation, but you're looking at what to farm kind of long term. And Haldo could be good. She works good on the Finn team, right? And then you may potentially be working on a captain as well. So.
Yeah, I like her more. So the team I run with her is I've been running her with JTR, BB-8, R2, and Scav Ray. Great. She does really well there as the tank. And then for the other team, it's Poe, Finn, Trooper, Pilot, and then you can. I like to run Cassian with that group because my Rose is not ready. Cassian fits in so well with that group because of what he does, because he also exposes, which really helps that team out a lot. So it's a possibility you can go with there. But if you really need a tank, you can go with Holdo as well. Imperial Troopers, I'm seeing Stark is gear 8. Got to get him to gear 11 because he is the little engine that makes that train work. Everything else is fine. Gear 12 on 3 of the characters. With Veer's having the Zeta, Snowtroopers 11. May want to think about taking him to 12 because if you get that bayonet on him, he is ridiculous. But Stark, definitely you need to get him higher gear to round out your trooper team. Standard trooper team, it's fine. I see you're working on range trooper. He's a piece you can add in eventually, and so can Magma Trooper if you want to work on his gear. But his gear's a pain in the ass. I ain't gonna lie. But Stark's not too bad. I'm actually working on him. Mine's about to take him to 12 as well to round out my trooper team because the other 4 are gear 12. So far what I'm seeing is just little bibs and bobs right now. Hey, should we check the Old Republic, see if he's going to get Revan or not?
You could work on your Scoundrels too. Your Kira is gear 8. Now she does require a lot of Carbantes and stuff to go to gear 11. So she is a bit of a gear whore. So one thing to consider if you want to run Scoundrels, especially since you have worked on your Old Republic. I don't know how much you're focusing on a Karth or a Juhani, but if you're not focusing on those, then you may want to consider Kira lead with a bunch of Scoundrels in order to help kind of boost those characters because they work really well. Zalbar mission with Vandor and L3 under Kira lead, really solid territory war team.
Yep. Possibility. I mean, Young Han, and Kira both 7 stars, but I stopped working on those because, well, I have to get the Old Republic done. So until those are 7 stars, I can't work on any other teams at the moment. Focus entirely on those last 3 pieces I need. But Scoundrels look really good. I mean, Night Sisters look really good. Might as well look at your Sith. Why not? Sith look amazing. I mean, God. True. Yeah, the big ones all Zeta. I mean, other than those few little things here and there, brother. I mean, you're good to go. I mean, those small little things. Boy, that's really all I can see. It's just, and that's just to round out your teams. The stars are there, you know. Finish Wampa, but you're good to go, man. I mean, little bibs and bobs, but that's it. That's the only thing I'm seeing, and it's more about just rounding out your teams with gear than anything. It has nothing to do with anything else. So, pick one, finish it up, go to the next squad. Pick one, finish it up. You know, I mean, it just gives you a lot more flexibility. It just makes your teams do better. You know, I always, if you have Gear 11 Plus on all your tunes, then it just sets you out for a higher rate of success. Because if you have like 3 or 4 characters 11 and higher, like Gear 12, and one that's like 9, I mean, kind of selling yourself short there. So pick one, just finish it up, go to the next squad, finish it up, and then your lineups will really be great. But I mean, that's nitpicking at its best right there. All right, so that's a general look of his roster, which looks great. I just looks really good. We already hit your arena team and mods. What else do we need to look at, Finn?
I think that covered everything. He wanted general assessment, long-term focus, which we kind of went over, and then
we can look at ships. I doubt we're gonna find anything, but
yeah, we can look at his ships.
Sure. Five-star Houndstooth. Geos look great. You can see he's working on Scimitar, but Poe is only 5-star. Finn, calm down. Don't Finn. His Poe is only 5-star. Finn.
It's okay. It's okay. It worries me more when it's not even there.
Okay.
Keep working on your Poe, but that's fine. I'm okay.
Yeah, I can see he's got the main ships done. He's finishing up Scimitar, looks like. Kylo Ren, maybe he can work on. I know he's working on Houndstooth. You can tell because it's 5 stars. Rest of the lineup looks really solid. Geos are really solid. The rest are really solid. A lot of them get Gear 12. I mean, yeah, looks really good. You can tell that he's working on certain ships already. So, you know, finish up Rex. Rex is a great ship. But I mean, these are small little things. He's got a lot of the big ones. Plo Koon, yeah. But finish up Poe, definitely. He is a big, heavy hitter that you could bring in, and we absolutely love that ship. I'm telling you, that dude is disgusting. He's disgusting, Finn. Ghost Phantom.
He is not disgusting. He is handsome.
That's not what I meant, Finn.
Right, Ouchie?
Shut up, Finn.
Come on. Ouchie's here. She was gonna take a nap, but she's not. She's listening, so I have to keep her attraction. So we'll talk how attractive Poe is.
Just say Thrawn without a shirt. That'll get her going.
No, Kylo.
Oh, Kylo without a shirt. I'm sorry. Well, both.
Well, Thrawn without a shirt is McVenom.
Ah, okay. No, I'm pretty sure Ouchie's got the puppy dog eyes for that as well. So, yeah, ships look pretty solid as well. So, overall, man, great roster, really good job, right on track. We're just finishing up and rounding up some stuff, but That's about it, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Let's start working on getting more to Gear 12, but focus on those specific characters for those squads that we mentioned. Really round out those squads. Really make you something to hold in, whether no matter what you're doing, whether it be territory battles, territory wars. Work on those mods for Arena. Let's get that remodding done. If you have questions about that specifically, get with us offline. We can definitely help you with that. Because I think that's the big thing holding you back on your arena is just your modding. If we can get your modding squared away a little bit, I think you'll have much easier time with the Revan team you're running that's fully maxed out, Zetaed, and everything. I think that's the only thing that's preventing you from dropping as much as you are and having the problems as you are. So there you go. So thank you, Talon, for letting us do your roster review. We really appreciate it. Now, if you guys would like a roster review, all you need to do is send your GG page to Dr. Finn Medicine Woman, and he will scoop it up, make sure he does respond, and we will add you to the queue. We're about 4 or 5 weeks behind, but we will always let you know ahead of time, a day or two, that we're getting ready to do your roster review, so you can try to be live when we're doing it, so you can ask questions live. If we have any questions, we can hit you up. So it's a fun little thing, and we will try to make sure that everybody's there. Oh, look, Dana's in the chat. Oh,
Dana says hi, and Ouchie is blowing dust off of her computer. So
okay, using that can of air.
Well, we're hoping that she is, and not just blowing on it.
Well,
you never know.
Listen, I'm assuming she's using the Cano Air, Finn.
I don't know. Ouchie, are you using the Cano Air, or are you just going all over your computer? Right, we need to know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Inquiring minds do want to know.
All right, I think it's time to get to some questions there, Dr. Finn.
I have them in the chat. Grim, you want to start reading them? I'll keep adding them in there.
God, Finn's going to read questions. This is going to be amazing.
Hold on.
Dirty pie.
Oh, it's neither. She has an electric air pump.
Nice. She's not messing around.
She be fancy with that keyboard cleaning, computer cleaning, and all. Damn. All right.
Word.
Okay. First question from Billy Gunn. Mm-hmm. Where is everyone at with their Ewok readiness?
Oh, well, I was going to do the event, but let me go back out and we can look at my Ewoks. So, well, if I get a chance. All right, let's retreat. All right, so Ewoks, the only one I don't have ready is low gray, and I'm not really worried about that. Where's the damn Ewoks? Stupid murder bears, come here. You can see that I can easily start taking these guys up to gear. I've got tons of gear. I've got Omegas. I've got 140 Omegas right now. I'll have more for the event if they are what's going to be needed. Remember, the reason I haven't done anything with the Ewoks, other than that they're 7 stars, is I'm waiting to see what we're going to need for the C3PO event. You never know, they could throw us a curveball. Some of these guys are 9, some are 10, some are 11. So I'm just waiting to see what is going to happen and what we're going to need for the event before I do anything with them. And you guys should be doing the same thing. Do not do anything with Ewoks other than work on their stars if you don't have them starred. I'm not worried about having low gray. He's a pain in the ass to get anyway, so I've got 6 out of the 7. I'm good to go. I can easily take these guys up and I will be just fine. Finn, I know you have all the Ewoks 7-star Gear 12, right?
Of course not. So I am just collecting gear right now, just in case, because we have no idea if it is going to be Ewoks or not. So I'm just collecting gear right now.
Yeah. So don't be, guys, we cannot emphasize this enough. Do not invest any gear in Ewoks unless you are late game and you're working on them. That's a different story. However, for the rest of y'all, if you haven't touched Ewoks other than stars, just save your gear if possible. Some of you are working on gear for certain characters. Stay on target. At least get the stars. You can focus on that if you have it. But other than that, do not do that. What about you, Grim?
I'm not even farming them.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, skip Grim. Xylo?
Yeah, I mean, I got them 7 stars and Paplu's 1 piece from gear 10, Elders gear 11. The rest are between 10 and 8. And yeah, I'm kind of working on a couple little side projects that I, wanted to get finished up. And then I'm going to hoard a bunch of store currency and just wait and see what happens next.
And FYI, if you're gonna start touching the Ewoks, make sure you poke them in the belly and give them food. They like it.
Why would you even go there, Finn? God damn it!
Wicket likes food.
You're such a-
That's how Leia won him
such
over.
Such a
Okay, next question.
thank you, Grim.
Fulgrim. For Ranger and Finn, why haven't we talked about Grande and Grande's best client, Kevin Kilmer?
Well, Kevin Kilmer, we don't talk about him. I don't know how you figured out.
Well, it's a client.
That's a confidential name.
Yeah, that's
a secret name of Val Bacon, and somehow you managed to get it, and that's gonna have inquiring minds. So Grande and Grande is gonna put you under investigation, Hermit.
Yeah, I mean, we can't default.
You're getting some insider information. There's a leak somewhere. You should never have known about Kevin Kilmer. That's no.
We're gonna have to find out what's going on here, Finn.
Yeah, we have to launch a Grande and Grande investigation on this. This is not good. Not good news at all. Next question.
Okay, Tangent Revolution. What is the minimum gear level needed for Phoenix to get Thrawn?
What is it, Ranger?
It ain't 7 or 8.
But I did all Omegas, so I mean that's kind of like the one caveat. A lot of RNG too. Like I played at least 100 times, so I mean you skim by with the skin of your teeth on it, but Gear 9 should be good for you, right?
You can get by with Gear 9, but I mean,
yeah, Gear 8 takes so much RNG. And I mean, like when I finished it, my Ezra was like dead, and he was the only piece left. So I mean, like that just tells you how close it was. So.
But yeah, Gear 9, certain mangas you need. So if you want to go the Ranger route, there's like how many hours? 9 hours, 6 hours of whatever. You can do it, but you're not gonna have fun. I can tell you right now. Prepare for doing it again and again and again.
For like first event still. I mean, like I'd say it's even harder than Chewy still. I mean, you got the 4 waves. That was the first time you had like 4 waves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
you're going to
keep the team alive and get their cooldowns reset.
I think his apprentice wants to give an answer.
Where's my apprentice? Is he taking a nap? No, he's Roboto.
No, he's trying to kill his father and making sure that there's no evidence. Yeah, you're teaching him well, Ranger.
It's my apprentice. Shut up, Finn. I will raise him how I please.
Next question.
Okay, next question from Helenix. Question for Finn. How do you expect to do the charity run if you don't resist the temptation of cookies and fast food sandwiches? Don't you know Ranger J 1999 will torture you come the charity run?
Yes, he will. And I only partake every so often. I am still working out and stuff. Actually, today I'm going in the afternoon, so that's why I ate a little early. So, there you go. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go eat a donut.
How dare you? Our next question.
Okay, next question from Portugal. Best team with Bastila lead in arena. GMY, Hermit Yoda, Kenobi, Ezra. Sub-in Nihilus or Thrawn for anyone, maybe?
Nope, that's the best team with Bastila. Now, you can put in Nihilus or Thrawn if you feel like your damage with the Bastila team, particularly Grandmaster Yoda, is not good enough. And so you're basically using your Jedi in order to time out and then annihilate every so often. Thrawn, of course, would be for increased speed and trying to fracture somebody. So you can use it potentially situationally, but really the team that you mentioned with all the Jedi, the double Yodas, the Kenobi, and the Ezra is the best team makeup.
Yeah. The only downside though is like when you're running both the Yodas, like if you go up against another Jedi team, then say Grandmaster Yoda takes that stealth, then he's stealth like for the rest of the match. So it's like that's the only downside to it. But if you're only limited to like Bastila lead, then you kind of have your hands tied.
Yeah.
Okay, next question from Dojison. What is the droid comp that it was shown to beat Revan? Does it still work, and what Zetas are needed?
It was HK, IPD, BB-8, T3, and IG-86, I believe. No, 88. 88. HK, IPD, BB-8, T3, and IG-88. And as for whether or not it can, I'm sure it still can. The only problem is, of course, now a lot of people are running Jolie with the Zeta, which means there's an extra res. So it becomes a little bit more difficult than when the video actually came out. I'm trying to remember who did it, because we did it on the lunch stream too, I think, at some point. So yeah, with Jolie, it just becomes a little bit more difficult in order to face, just simply because it does res an extra time, actually multiple extra times if you're not careful, versus Revan that just does one. So should still work, especially in territory wars and stuff. You can try it out.
So like if it's not the second kill and he doesn't die, like he can still be rezzed, right?
I missed the first part of your question.
Because you're.
So if IPD detonates, does he still? It's still Revan, you know.
Yeah, if it's Revan's
really good
if it's from Revan's unique that they're getting the res, then yes, IPD can annihilate. He's not an insta kill like Revan. Or like a Nihilus. He is a massive damage that's being dealt, and so that character can res as a result of Revan. Now, if Revan reses somebody else, and then you do the detonate with IPD, that character stays dead until Jolie does the res on it. So you have two potential options depending on how that works in territory wars. This obviously won't work for arena. But for territory war purposes, if you kill a character, you can time out the match if you fear that Jolie's going to go and res with the next turn. So that the next person that comes in, they won't be able to res that character. So that is one potential option. And obviously the other one is if you feel like you have advantage of the match, then you can go ahead and try to kill Jolie, because then you won't be able to get off the res. So you have a couple of different options. Obviously, it'll be situational, but never be afraid. So we've discussed this before as a territory war strategy for you guys. One, don't feed turn meter to teams unless you're actually going to be able to kill at least one character. Like if you're not reducing the effectiveness of the team and you're just like dying to it, all you're doing is feeding turn meters, so the next person that's coming in has no shot at getting any characters to go before their entire team goes, pretty much. So with that, if you can beat a character and you time out the match, the dead character remains dead for the next mission and can't get, or the next attempt, and can't be rezzed. So that is a potential strategy for you as well. So there you go. Next question.
There's a follow-up to Dojison's question about the droids, is also how to mod that team.
No, fast and crit chance, so they constantly get turn meter. That's pretty much it, and then you want to obviously focus on damage and all of that kind of stuff. But you do need them pretty fast, especially BB-8. You need them fast. Fast.
Okay, next question after that from Danilo Papayas. Around the corn, what is the fastest squad you ever used to solo the Rancor raid, and how fast was it?
I think mine was the Wampinator team, and it took like 8 minutes.
I didn't even,
on auto.
I've never tried. I mean,
I actually put in a slow team so I don't finish before time is called on the attack.
Well, I'm not worried about that because we just Zerg. So I just put in like my standard team because I know it'll just clear it, and I just put on auto and then go, do whatever. I'm not really. I mean, what team? I mean, I guess I could try to run something fast? I mean, what is the fastest team, maybe possibly?
I mean, the one that I found fast is the combination of Vader and Wampa. So I use Vader. It's the heroic AAT team: Vader, Wampa, Thrawn, CLS, and BB-8, and it finishes it in about 8 minutes, if not a little bit faster. I didn't like time it, but I think it's somewhere around 8 minutes or so. But typically, the team that I run is a little bit of a hodgepodge team, and it's CLS, Rex, Tebow, who am I missing? Qui-Gon Jinn, and Thrawn. And that team usually takes me about 25 to 30 minutes, and I do that intentionally because we have like 15 minutes that we're basically allowed to preload a attack. So that's usually why I use a slow squad so I don't finish early. So yeah.
Meh.
Okay, next question from Sith Lord 72. What's the possibility CG gives us 3PO and then turns around in December and releases Revan event for the Christmas cash grab?
Highly
That's
unlikely.
really high.
No, it's unlikely. There's no characters that would be used for Darth Revan that would be reasonable at this point. They just released Canderous Ordo. They just released Fallen Bastila. They're nowhere near their release schedule, their cadence, to be able to be used for Revan. So in December, another Revan coming out? Highly, highly unlikely. Now, if it comes out in February, it's possible, but the only problem is the last two characters they released are light side. So they would have to do a combination of light side, dark side for the Darth Revan. Possible, but currently it doesn't seem like it's feasible. So I don't think you have to worry necessarily within the next like 2-3 months. I would say before February. So let's say before February, I don't think you can expect a Darth Revan or anything like that because their timing just isn't there for the characters you would need. So
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah.
nah.
Okay, next question from Starrock923 Lego, or LEGO, and there goes chat. Hold on a second. Where did he go? Oh, there it is. If you could choose any 5 tunes in the game with virtually no synergy to force a last-second 3PO farm, who would you choose? Tuskens.
That would be cruel.
They said no synergy.
Tuskens.
Little synergy. It's going to be Cup, Mob Enforcer, Jedi Knight Guardian, Tusken Raider, and Poggle. There you go. That's the C3PO squad.
I would have chose like Eathkoth, Ugnaught, Cup, Mace Windu,
Brutal.
And Gamorrean Guard.
Oh, that's not right. just all kinds of wrong. Ugh, God, just thinking of that, just.
Okay, next question from Kazakage Too Easy. To run a Jedi Bastila team in P2 of Sith Raid, does GMY need a Zeta on battle meditation? The team is Bastila, whatever. Hermit Yoda, GMY, GK, and Ezra.
Need? No. It helps, but no, not needed. It's a very nice addition to the squad, though.
It is.
Okay, next question from Nathaniel Morgan. Do you think CG feels safer about less communication since MSF is a flop? Yes.
It is. Yeah.
Because when they were scared from MSF, they gave us so much cool stuff, and then now it's like, oh, I miss it.
Yeah, this lack of communication is very odd. It's like super odd. Like we're 4 days into December, and we don't even have the calendar yet. Like it's very strange, I have to say. Very, very strange.
Well, people are strange when you're a stranger.
I'm still stuck on that stupid 5-man team you gave.
Cup, Mob Enforcer, Jedi Knight Guardian, Tusken Raider, and
Oh,
Poggle.
oh God! Throw in a shaman, and you got yourself a
No,
hit.
no, you can't put in the shaman.
Oh
You
no,
have to
no
put in-
synergy. Oh God.
Actually, you could put it. Actually, Tuscan Raider is not awful. I'll go with
Oh God.
There we go. There we go.
Oh my
So
God.
Cup, Mob Enforcer, Jedi Knight Guardian, and Poggle. That is your lineup to get C3PO.
Just delete the game if that happens.
All right, next question.
Okay, Mike Brook. I want to work on my Fulcrum Ahsoka. She's gear 12. Thinking of Zeta. What would you guys suggest for mods for her?
So she does a lot in terms of health. Yeah, offense, and I mean, so she does that 11 hit, right? So you're trying to maximize that. So getting kind of a damage boost, offense set, crit damage set, something like that, would definitely be one of your primary goals. She does have a pretty high crit chance. So a few crit chance secondaries on those mods, doesn't have to be like maxed out ones, but yeah. So crit damage set, you can do a 2-piece of health potentially. She gains protection up. That's a percentage of her health, as well as a bunch of health-based abilities that are unique when she dispels and all of that as well. So health as your other 2, and again, if you can match it, and then you can look at damage base, so crit damage triangle, preferably an offense base cross. The arrow is an interesting one. You can go with speed, but you could also go with crit avoidance, because she does gain 30% crit avoidance anyways. And then you put on top of that an arrow with crit avoidance, and she can easily top like 60% without any additional abilities from like a tray or anything. So she can become very difficult to crit. So you could go either speed, you can go offense if you want to. You could go with crit avoidance, but one of those 3 probably for her arrow, as much offense and stuff as you can stack on her, and also crit chance just to make sure that she's critting more often. And that's it.
Word. Okay, Starrock923. When's the next Angels of SWGOH stream?
It's a good question. No,
I don't know. They don't allow me in there. I'm one of their banned people, I think.
No, that's not true, Finn.
That would be a question to ask Tits.
Because Zabif hates me.
Why? What'd you do to Zabif?
I don't know. She has a thing against me. Don't you remember?
No.
Tried to get everybody against me. Everyone. I still haven't forgotten Zabif.
What the hell are you talking about, Finn?
She had everybody go against me in the last charity stream we did. Try and protect McVenom. She had everybody go against me.
So all those times since then that you guys have been laughing and hooting and hollering and playing games together. Shut up, Finn.
She's Tiny Tina. She's secretly planning to kill me.
Shut up, Finn. God in heaven. You're on a timeout. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna die.
Stupid Finn.
Tiny Tina. She has a plan. I'm telling you.
To what? Play more games with you? Get out of here.
No, she's gonna shoot a teddy bear rocket into my room and blow me up.
Well, I'll pay her for that, but that's not really.
See, this is what I'm saying. See, now I got.
But I would do that myself, and that doesn't count.
I don't think you would do a teddy bear rocket. I don't think that's your style.
No, I was just thinking rocket. The teddy bear.
Well, yeah. See,
no, I would tie a teddy bear on a rocket and fire it. So, like, you'd be like, "Ooh, a teddy bear," and then explode.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question from Most Mike. What do you guys think about the rumor that Imperial troopers will be needed for 3PO?
It's a possibility. We don't know.
The same rumor was then altered though for Ewoks. Like, it's the same thing every time. Like, it's possible it's Imperial troopers. It's just there's not a lot of money in it for them with troopers. Troopers are too developed at this point.
That's not true. How many rosters have we done? Is like, need to work on your troopers. It's not a team.
I know, but percentage-wise, Ranger, do you think more people have Imperial troopers done or Ewoks?
I don't know, but.
And how long have Imperial troopers been around that people have been working on it?
Same amount of time as the damn Ewoks. Stupid little murder bears.
Well, let's just put it this way: CG is a business, and when it comes to decisions, their accountants make most of them from what we've seen with their release on characters. If they're not going to make a decent amount of cash off of it, it's not going to happen. So really,
yeah,
out
and
of
I don't have a problem with that, but I mean, I don't know.
There are more people that are going to be willing to wail out over murder bears more than, say, Jawas or Imperial Troopers
if it's
or
Jawas,
some of the other stuff.
Done. Yeah, I'm not. I can't do it. Murder Bears is bad enough, but Jawa.
Scutini. Next question.
Let's see here. Where were we? Next question from Chewy. What level should the ship's pilots be for 7-star Chimera?
9.
Wait. What level or gear level?
The ship
It just says what level.
Level 85.
I'd say.
Well, yeah.
Oh, he's talking about for the event to get Chimera.
They have to be 7 stars, right? No, they don't.
Oh, is he looking for like a minimum kind of limping? I don't know.
They keep changing the damn thing. Back in the day, we had to have 5 7-star, and it's changed. And
but it wasn't just 5 7-stars. So this is what pissed me off. Don't forget, it required you to have like 3 specific ships. Remember?
Yep.
It like required you to have Biston, Phantom, and Ghost.
Right.
You had to have those the first time around. Then the second time there was a bug that allowed for everything, and then the next time they were like, you know what, screw it, we don't feel like fixing it, and now we're just going to make it open to all Rebel ships.
Sounds
about right. It was
the
most annoying thing ever. So just work on Rebel ships anyways and throw them in there. Rabble.
Okay, next question from Daniel Salazar. What is your hard node farming strategy? Do you triple refresh the node? How many energy refreshes do you buy? Etc. etc.
No, don't do that. So for my strategy, the way I do it is it depends on how hardcore you want to be on it. I don't refresh the node. I will refresh the energy, and that way I can do multiple characters at once. I like that strategy a little bit better than I do, say, refreshing. I mean, I know it's 25 crystals, but to me, it's just not. I'd rather do more characters with the energy I get, because think about it, you get 345, added to your. That's basically, what's that? 140 from 35 energy total, if I'm not mistaken, on top of everything else. So hitting one, I mean, for me, like right now, I do focus. Now I had a lot more characters up here, but when I go like a full squad, like if I go like 3 or 4 characters, I want the energy more than refreshing the node itself. So that way I'm attacking 3 or 4 characters. So right now I'm doing Range Trooper, Holdo, and Zalbar. Now before that I had Jolie mixed in there and Bastila mixed in. So I was doing all those. So I would do like 50 crystal refreshes. And so I had 5 hard nodes that I was doing every day. Now I've switched because I've got to finish on Cantina with Mission and T3. So I do 150 refresh. That's 120 energy plus the other ones, plus all, it's all I really need. So I do Holdo and I do Zalbar and I do his ship energy as well. I don't add anything else. The only thing I'm adding is I'm doing Cantina for 100 for getting the extra charge from Mission. Then I'm going to do the same thing for T3. Now, when these characters are done, then I'll reevaluate. Range Trooper is going to stick there. Then I'm like, okay, who am I going to add next? And then I'll do an evaluation of who I want to focus in on. Then I'll add those 3 or 4 characters. But for me, it's always been the energy and not the refresh of the node. The only time, for me personally, you should refresh a node if you're panic farming. That's just kind of the way I see it. Does anybody have a different strategy here, or?
I do the maximum 8 that they allow us to do, unless I'm really, really close and like, I don't want to wait. So
yeah, I
usually don't. Since I'm free to play, crystals are a currency that I need to hang on to. I've been trying to hang on to my crystals for the big events for when they do drop the panic farms, and I'm scrambling to try and catch up.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm in the back half. Like I just finished Embo, and now I'm just farming Houndstooth and Xanadu Blood. So now I'm going to refresh both of those just the one time because it's 50 crystals, and the amount of energy I'll get through the day, I'll be able to clear both those nodes twice. So I get some extra drops on those and finish up those farms a little faster, and then accumulate more crystals that way too. So.
Okay.
Okay, next question from Decepticons. Which would you Zeta? I can't speak. Kira or Vandor Chewbacca, and why? Well, I can answer that right away. I Zeta Vandor Chewbacca because his Zeta is amazing.
Yeah, I agree because you need that res, and that's like the one piece Zeta that you need for that team, and then at that point, everything else is kind of just a luxury. Like Kira's is, if I'm not mistaken, it's just amplifying the shared statistics, right?
Yeah.
So
it makes it to where she shares her unique.
Okay, so yeah, I mean it's a good Zeta, but it's not a must-have. I mean that's probably like your second or third after you do Vandor, if you want to go that route.
Okay, next question from What Else 73. Damn it, Finn. Why is Ranger leaving his pimp trooper so low and feeble? Is he mad at Sanely or for something, or doesn't want to support the ginger pimp troopers of the world?
No, I just haven't. I just started working on them. Just hadn't worked at them at that point. I mean, there's been so much goddamn shit dropping that you have to prioritize. Range Trooper and my troopers were sick as they were, so I didn't have to worry about getting Range Trooper. He's a great piece. Don't get me wrong. I love Range Trooper, but it's like, okay, I got to get Old Republic done. I got to get Revan. So I mean, you get to the point where you're like, okay, this is what I've got to do, and it's just the way it is. So it's more of necessity out of anything. But now that I've got it done, I got it squared away. Next question.
Okay, let's see here. Where was I? Oh, we just got a donation from Zarathustra of 1999. Thanks for this daily lunch stream, Zeta Taco.
Hey, you're welcome.
I hope you didn't kill anyone.
Yes.
I know.
Speaking of, what is the current thing for you, Zeta-ing Rose Tico there, Finn?
No one is helping me. Rose Tico's at 750 and Clone Wars Chewie is at 261. I feel like it's a lost cause. So maybe they all want to take their efforts and start trying to make Warrior Zeta Rose Taco instead. Saying Rose Taco is on the list for Warrior to put a Zeta on.
Yeah, but he wants the pilot.
Wants to, it doesn't. He's leaving it to the people. Just saying.
Word,
Leaving it to the people so then they can decide.
word, homie.
Okay, next question from Helenix. It's a two-parter. How does the RSG crew recommend amassing mods for the late game player? I have been selectively purchasing mods from the store,
No.
but feels as if it's not enough. I
No.
don't feel that I have enough fast mods. For this, I blame Finn.
All right, listen. God dang. No. No. No.
Yes.
All right, listen. Stop buying mods out of the store. The only time you buy mods, specific mods you need, the only ones I focus on in the store really, because you amass so many of the other ones, are the right side mods. That's not the mod store, that's the challenges. I'm an idiot. So like things like the triangle and the cross, those are two big ones. You want if you see a speed one on there like tenacity, protection, force speed, maybe I'll think about buying it. That one doesn't have any speed, but you're looking for those specific ones for those specific types of mods you look for. Speed mods in those slots are really hard to get, and so those are the kind of ones I look for: offense, speed, and then I look at the actual stat for the triangle. This is protection. No, This one is defense. Absolutely not. So, really, the way you want to do it now, you just saw me do the event. You're getting a crap ton of mods from these events. I have to sell mods now because I can't. It just overflows now with the amount of mods I have, and I've got mods on pretty much almost all my characters. I'm going to do some more, but I don't like doing that. I only put mods on characters if I need to. But what you want to do is just farm them out of challenges, for the specific type that you need. And sell the ones that you don't use, or not going to use. They don't speed secondaries on them, and they're not 5-star, then no, just don't do it. The ones that you have, now, it depends on where you're at with your mods. If you have a lot of characters that do not have mods, you take anything you get your grab paws on that's 5-star and above. Sell the rest. Don't even bother at this point. But you're going to amass mods. Trust me. With the events and everything else that's going on, they give you a ton of mods. Even with the damn marquees, they're giving you a ton of mods. So every time I do a marquee, I'm like, oh god, more mods are coming in. I'm gonna go overload again. But you really want to focus on, like, say you're short on speed mods, right? Because typically the mods you get out of the store or out of the events, here and there they change, but typically they're health mods. What you want to do is go to the mod challenge and say, like, you need a ton of speed sets, then just hit that. You want to have a plan. Say 4 days out of the week you do slicing, 3 days out of the week you do just farm mods. Do one refresh, hit the mods, see what you get, sell the ones you don't need, and then start building up your mod that way. The only time you want to hit that mod store is, one, if you are in late game and you have a ton of credits. Because I see people short on credits all the time where they don't have their characters at 85, but they're buying mods out of the mod store. That only use your mods when you have a cushion and you're trying to find that one specific mod that'll round out your team. A speed set, an offense set, a crit chance that's got if you have a crit chance triangle that's got crit damage on it and it's got 5 speed, purple, gold, yeah, if it'll round out one of your mod sets, go for it. That's a great mod to get, but only if you can afford it and if you're in the right circumstances. So do not be buying mods out of the store unless you are at that stage. And I'm very particular about, I don't just buy mods just to buy mods. I mean, like, that's a decent tenacity. It's got protection, it's on the cross. I'm thinking about getting it, but then again, I hate buying gold mods out there because they never roll speed. So just be smart about it. All of us here have had to go through the thing of farming a crap ton of mods, selling them, and then looking for those specific ones. Eventually, you'll start building up after you start, you level them up. And this is back in the day when it cost us nearly 600,000 credits to do the modding. So just be smart about it. Anything else anybody else wants to offer on that?
No, I think you hit it right on the head there.
Don't do it.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Yeah, remember, and this is for mod energy. We had to use canteen energy. So trust me, do it. Just do it. And mod energy, and it comes quickly. So you can do some. I mean, you could do it twice a day because of how fast mod energy comes back. You could do it where you do one round where you do just mods, and then the next one slice. You could do that twice a day.
Ewoks confirmed.
What?
Ewoks are confirmed.
What do you mean?
What? Did
What?
you just drop
Where are you getting
something?
this? What?
Crumb just put a post. Prepare your veteran Ewok squad and earn this lovable golden god. This event is difficult, so make sure to be well equipped. There you go.
Oh no! Where did you get this?
Difficult? In other words, it's another Chewbacca.
And on that note, I'm going to my meeting. Have fun.
No.
Oh,
Where's the
remember
link?
what I
Where's the,
said
oh my
about-
god! Let me go there. Let me find this. Oh my
Get
god!
the Ewoks down.
No! Why?
I put the link in Skype.
Did you? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna go there and chili. All right, let's see what we can find here. Oh my god, there's so many questions. Spammer! Damn you, Finn. Well, that's going to take forever. Let's not use Skype. I'll just go through the forums the old way and do it this way. Oh my god.
Well, if you want, I can read it. I have it pulled up.
Oh, let me show it on there.
Okay.
I got it.
Ugh.
All right, here we go. Oh god. Hi, this is from CG Salacious B Crumb. I like to say Salacious B because that's what his real name is, not SB. Hi, Holotable Heroes. Well, hi, CG Crumb. You may have guessed who the next legendary character is from last Friday's Crumb Clues, but the question is, who will be required to unlock them? This protocol droid may seem unassuming and prone to worry, but this extraordinary robot played an integral part helping the Republic during the Clone Wars and later assisted the rebellion in their struggle against the Empire. During his time with the rebellion, he made some interesting friends on the Forest planet of Endor. Prepare your veteran Ewok squad and earn his level Golden God. This event will be difficult, so make sure to be well equipped. No, 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 no. Alright, I need CG Crumb's address so I can beat that ass. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm kidding.
Oh man.
I don't know. I'm not gonna spend resources on Ewoks. I'm sorry. Because
Damn it, Jim!
remember what happened with Chewbacca? They dropped freaking badass
God.
character within a week afterwards. So
Damn it. Stupid. Alright, let's look at this. Go to Ewoks. Alright, Zyla, let's figure this out. Alright. Now that we know. Guys, remember when I said hold off on the Ewoks? And let's wait and see? Well, you can forget that shit. God.
There's our wait and see.
Yeah, that's over. Okay. We kind of knew this was going to happen. I was just hoping, no, maybe something else. I was wrong. God. Oh, man. That's so...
I still blame Finn.
Yeah, stupid Finn. Alright. Alright, so... God, it's going to be difficult too, right? Oh, my God.
Yep,
Yeah.
place gear 11. Man.
Yeah. Tebow's 10. Let's see what I got here.
I have my Ewoks all at least 5-star, which means I'll be able to unlock 3PO. Am I gonna go higher than that? Probably not.
Sherpa I can take. Let's see, Pablo is 7, I think so. Elder, what do I got you at, brother? 8, I can take you to 9. I don't want to do this, but I don't have a choice. Alright, let's go through Wicket, his Omega. Which ones does he need? I've got Force Ambush. Is there any others we should
Here's
do?
the thing, though. That pretty much confirms that it is going to be a legendary character, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what the hell? Who is that? Dana, you snuck in here.
I did.
How dare you use your ninja abilities to do that to us? Dana, Ewoks, we need them for C-3PO. Your thoughts, go.
I'm kind of, I'm all right. I've been working on them, so.
I know. Mine are all 7 stars, and now it's just the gear stuff, so it's like...
Yeah.
I have a crap ton of Omegas. I can do Omegas on their abilities. Now, I have Force Ambush and Wicked. I'm just thinking, what else? Gorilla Strike, maybe?
Well, that lets us get back to a couple of the questions, because there are some 3PO questions.
Yeah.
Like Contingent 33 says, sorry for the question if you already answered it, but was just able to get on. What do you think the gear check will be for the 3PO event? Gear 11.
I'm going to need to say it on Chirper, aren't I? No.
Probably not.
No, it's pretty important. When an Ewok ally uses a special ability, 6% chance to call another random Ewok ally to assist. No.
And then we got another question here from Riverboy12. As a faction, wouldn't Ewoks be better for a future legendary such as Green Hat Leia? Jawas could only get 3PO or R2. Hell else could you use the Jawas.
Mhm.
Put them on mothballs.
Chili.
Well, this is an interesting question. From Tony Bobby. Is annulled and mobile gamers suspended from the Game Changer program?
Why would you think that?
I don't know. Why would you think that?
No, I mean the Game
Something
Changer
happened?
program is temporary. They're doing something with it, but yeah, they're all game changers still. I mean, unless you have more information, I haven't heard anything like that. The Game Changers are still the Game Changers, and they're still rocking and rolling and stuff. So, I'm yeah.
Oh, just for the record, you don't need to Zeta Chirpa. His Zeta is not needed. It just makes things a little bit easier.
No, I've got the Zetas. It's not the issue.
Well, there's people in chat saying, "Oh God, I don't want to have to Zeta freaking Ewoks."
I mean, that would be the
It's
one you
not
would
neat.
want to do, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's not needed. You know, it just makes it easier. And then let's see here. There's something about Finity blowing up Tit's phone with all these questions because she forgot to turn off notifications.
Finn sucks.
Poor Finn.
Poor Finn, my ass.
He gets the blame for everything. though.
Because
I mean,
he's
He deserves it.
Dana. You're not here in the background. You don't know what he does to us.
Finn is the reason why we can't have nice things.
Right?
Kyrie loves him, so
Well,
he
she's
can't
more
be
than-
like totally bad.
Well, I mean, Carrie's allowed to love who she wants to love. I'm not going to judge that, but I mean, you know, Jesus. No, it's Finn. He's evil. Oh my God. All right, so Ewoks. God bless America. Did not want to have to deal with these little bastards. Ugh. Oh, I can do some gearing. No, I can even gear now because I need. Oh, I need MK these. Oh, great. Oh my God. Well, this is going to be fun. I'm greatly vexed, Dana. I'm greatly vexed.
Well, I guess you can blame Finn.
Yeah, it's all Finn's fault. I don't even want to do Galactic War anymore. I'm like, I don't do that. Shit. Damn it. Because I'll be able to get them like 10, and their megas and everything will be done, but God, I should gear all these little turds.
I can see 3PO's kit having a unique where he always has foresight. Whenever he loses foresight, he gains foresight. Because he's the one character in Star Wars that actually has plot armor.
God, Papalu. What do I need for you? It's a stupid. Oh, God. Well, I know I'll be buying out of the guild store a bunch of those. Damn it, Jim. Are we really surprised? Oh, are we really surprised? Are we?
Not really.
Yeah. No.
Oh, yeah, I got the last piece I needed for Jolie. Cool. Okay, cool.
The funny thing is people are going to be surprised here for, after they get done with this one and the Millennium Falcon CG will be like, all surprise, here's the next character in Panic Farm.
Surprise.
1 week later.
So wait, did they give the date for the event?
No, they haven't given the damn date for the event.
Wednesday, have fun.
Yeah, good luck.
Well, if it's at least a week away, then you still got 2 weeks. So
2 weeks. All right, let's get back to some more questions. Oh my God.
Okay, let's see here. Where were we? Revenator, question. What version of 3PO do you think we'll get? I think there are enough versions of 3PO to be on par with the number of Hans we have in the game. Well, there's still one more Han to come with the Falcon. And he still won't be able to pilot it. Let's see here. Next one from Mike Brook. Ranger, you seem to like troopers. Is Stark that important to gear up?
Oh,
and
yes.
What order of attack for the main four? Veers, Stark, Death, and Snow. My fifth is still up in the air.
Well, I mean, the standard team, and that's the one I've been doing. Now I'm going to add Range Trooper. You can see I've got Magma done. Now, Stark, mine's only gear 11, but I'm going to take him to 12, and he's got really good mods on him. I've got him above 230. What did I have him at? Let me look real quick. Specifically for the event. Because I don't even use Shore Trooper for the event. He's at 243. So you can see I've got offense, crit chance, and all that good happy horse shit on him. The thing about Stark is he's the engine that gets them going. If troopers get to go first, it's over. It is a done deal. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. It is a done deal because if they can start laying pain to whoever you're facing, they're amazing. And the other thing too is, wait, I have a 12 piece. Oh, Kenobi. You know what? I'm gonna put that on Snow Trooper. I like me a Snow Trooper that has his gear. The standard 5 is Veers with the Zeta, Colonel Stark, Death Trooper, Snow Trooper, and Shore Trooper. Now, I've got Magma, but that's for my Magma Thrawn team I use for killing Trey and stuff. Magma is pretty disgusting, too. The bayonet on Snow Trooper is important as well because my God in heaven, does he hit freaking hard with that thing. I mean, think like OG Han laying pain on people. But Stark, if you get him going first, because of his abilities, he revs up the troopers, and really gets them rocking and rolling. I mean, his abilities are. You know, you don't need the Zeta on him because the Zeta, I think, does what.
This one on Stark is he removes turn meter from
it's not it's just
rebels and stuff.
But I mean, his other abilities, it's incredible. I mean, scan all wavelengths gives turn meter. It gives buffs. I mean, the Blizzard 4 Barrage really hits hard. But he gets the other guys. Yeah, and he gets those other guys going, and it's game over. And you want him above 235. Now, the team I will use for like Dark Side Territory battles for the Phase 6 will be Veer, Stark, Death Trooper, Shore Trooper, and IPD. I don't even use Shore Trooper. You don't need to, because if he's above 235 speed, you will go first, and then you win. Now, Range Trooper on that team is a substitute you can put in, because if you have Range Trooper in there, then with all the health and regen, that's why I'm working on them, then you'll be good to go. But yeah, those guys are incredible, and that's what you want.
Yeah, for me, Stark and Veers, you don't really need to get them to gear 12, even though it does help. What you really want to focus on is getting the other troopers to gear 12, because all of the troopers except Stark and Veers get a ban at gear 12.
Mm-hmm.
So you, I've played around where it's Veers, Stark, Snow Trooper, Range Trooper, and Shore Trooper,
mm-hmm.
and that team just. You will clear every freaking phase at full health and never lose anybody. It's just a brutal freaking team. It's the dance party squad.
Pretty much. And I'm looking at their mods for Ewoks and stuff now. Like, God damn it.
Okay, final question from Blackbeard Premium. Now that Ewoks are confirmed for C-3PO, why? Money.
Straight cash, homie.
That's why. Because they need another, barbecue weekend party like they did with Revan.
I don't want to talk about it.
Where on the Revan doll did CG touch you inappropriately?
I don't want to talk about it. The bad things.
And that's all the questions we have time for today.
Yay. All right. Well, glad you guys are here. Everyone begin panic. Begin panic mode. Oh my God. We're going to die. Oh God. I'm like assigning mods to Wicked and stuff. Like, oh my god, you get the speed and then get this and then get that and oh god, oh god, oh my god. So I'm gonna go jump in Discord after this, guys. If you guys want to talk about this further, um, you're more than welcome to join us. And but give us a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe if you haven't checked out our Patreon. ACS stuff you haven't checked out. We are doing the half marathon in April to raise money for ACS. If you'd like to check out our links for Tiltify and help us raise money, we got all kinds of great stuff there. Check out the site, guys. Really do. It's for a great cause. We're fighting cancer, and we need your help to do it. So please do. Please check that out. So on behalf of myself and the crew, let's start freaking out. I'm going to jump in Discord. We can all freak out together. Dana, you're more than welcome to come listen to me freak out. So we'll go there in the Discord right after this. So everyone have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you on the flip side. Peace.
Twerk, twerk.
No, God damn it, Dana. Just because.
I know, I was so good.
Damn it, Dana. Seriously, come on.
All right, I'll be good.
Okay, now end the stream normally, Dana, and don't do the porky pork thing.
Okay, all right.
All right, here we go.
See you guys on Discord.
Yeah. So everyone have a great rest of your day, and me and only me will say the last words. Have a great one, and we'll see you on the Discord.